Hi, everybody, and welcome to Coach Killer's podcast, episode 5. My name's Nick.
And my name's Stefan.
And Stefan, what a week it's been in the World Cup.
Unbelievable. A lot of talking points, a lot of results.
Massive results.
Also on this episode, Nick, we have a very special guest, the one and only Ivan Franjic.
Yep.
So be on the listen out for that. But let's get stuck into it, Nick. What have you got?
So let's kick it off with our Coach Killer of the week. Where's my drum roll, Stefan?
Here it is once again, Nicholas.
And the Coach Killer of the week is Germany.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe we're having this discussion.
Wow, what a surprise that was last night.
Yes, unbelievable.
Or this morning, I should say. It was a 2-0 loss.
Unbelievable. To South Korea as well.
That's right.
Who the hell is South Korea?
Who would have thought that Germany would have finished at the bottom of the group?
Yeah, I know. I mean,
when
now,
it started.
Imagine, honestly, our tips are all wrong, Nick.
Yeah.
You know, I had Germany as the best team going in.
So I had them number 2. But Belgium, mate, still in it.
England's still in it. Looking good, England.
Yeah, definitely.
Seriously, you got to wonder now, Jurgi Love, what's going to happen?
I think it's time for him to go.
You reckon it's time for him to go?
Yeah, I think he's been in charge of that national team long enough, and I still can't believe that they're out.
Well, it's the first time in their history that they didn't get out of the group stage.
Well, it's the first time in their history as well. I think that they've lost 2 group games in a row.
Yeah, and it's the 3rd World Cup winner in a row has bombed out the following World Cup in the group stage.
So just write that down for next World Cup.
Yeah,
if you want to put some money on it.
Yeah, that's it.
But I can't. Wow, what a shock!
I know this World Cup. Who knows now?
The ultimate coach killer.
Unbelievable.
Germany.
Perfect. Yeah, Germany.
Brazil looked pretty shaky as well throughout their group stage.
Yeah, I mean, not very impressive.
Not very convincing.
No,
who would you say have been the most convincing teams?
Look, in terms of play, it's been Belgium 100%. Belgium's got the best play.
Yeah.
Defensive attack
England
mid.
too.
England's
and
done well.
Croatia.
Croatia, I think, are good, and also Uruguay. I reckon
Uruguay.
as well. Yep.
I don't know.
With Portugal
they
coming
haven't
up
been
next,
very,
they've got a winnable game.
They do, but I think Mr. Ronaldo will get the job done.
We'll see
for
about
his
that.
Boys.
We shall
But
see.
yeah, I don't know. Uruguay very shaky. They only looked well, like they looked good against Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they won. But
Definitely. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight World Cup. It's definitely open. Anyone can win it.
But a good game, Uruguay, Portugal.
Yeah. But Germany, absolute shizer.
Absolute. Manuel Neuer looked horrible.
Yeah. But he was a joke. Couldn't believe it.
Well, I don't know. They all were very disappointing. But what can you do?
What a bunch of
Bye-bye, Germany.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Another thing, what about Messi?
Well, basically, he underperformed his first 2 games. Unbelievably rubbish.
Massive disappointment.
Massive disappointment in the first 2 games.
Didn't show any leadership.
Nothing. No qualities whatsoever. Leadership, attacking, defense. Nothing. Nothing at all for his country.
2-0 down against Croatia, which we'll mention in our game of the week later. And, you know, after going 2 goals down, he had his head down.
Didn't do nothing. Didn't lift the spirit.
Didn't lift the boys up.
However, this morning, the tables have turned.
Yeah,
Argentina are through.
Yeah, I can't believe that. You know,
Unreal.
Based on their first 2 results, I did not see that happening.
Yeah, I know. I always backed them, though.
Nigeria played very well in their first 2 games. I think they deserve to go through.
No, I disagree. I think all hail to the King Messi.
Argentina brought it. You know, they did bring
they
it
did.
when they needed to.
And it was
great. Do you
great.
feel like he's redeemed himself?
100%. I think when you saw that first goal go in, the whole stadium, including Diego Armando Maradona, lifted up. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, he was going off.
I've just got a feeling they're going to go all the way after that. Honestly, just the reaction. It spurred me on, and I don't even support Argentina.
That's a big statement, you know, when you have Belgium, who have been dominating.
Yes, let's get on to Belgium. Belgium, unbelievable.
Belgium.
Great performance. They've convinced me, and I was the one that said that they were the pretenders. Hell no.
Belgium
I'm wrong.
5-2. Lukaku killing
it. Your man. Your Manchester United man. Romelu Lukaku.
Right.
What happened?
I've been telling you this for the past 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Belgium's on the rise. You know, Belgium is a definite contender. I see them being there in the final.
I do as well after watching the game against Tunisia.
You're going to eat your words?
We'll see. We'll see what is to come.
Another big result, England 6-1.
England 6-1.
Wow,
I mean, against hang on a minute, against no one, and with a couple of VAR penalties that were very questionable.
But still, you know, you
still
still got to put those
expected them to
penalties
win.
away.
Yeah,
But,
he did well, definitely.
So 2 of the EPL's big stars putting goals away. Then
On
you
fire.
have Ronaldo for Portugal. He missed a penalty.
He didn't miss. It got saved by the Iranian goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
So very good performance from the Iranian goalkeeper. However, I think just in general, Iran did a very good job with the players they have competing up against Spain and Portugal in the group. They nearly went through.
Yeah,
And in
they
the
did.
93rd minute, they had a chance and their striker sprayed it to the left side of the net. That could
very
have
lucky.
sent them through and made history. So, unbelievable.
Ronaldo's, shown, that he can lead the team, very well. He's
Yeah,
been
definitely.
putting
He's
goals
the
away.
best leader at the moment. 100%.
And, I think he's shown that he's better than Messi.
I don't agree.
Personally.
No. Not at the moment, mate. The discussion is back on.
Yeah.
Let's go Leo Messi and Argentina. Vamos!
No, it's all Portugal here.
No.
Okay, so let's move on to our game of the week. Croatia
Yes.
versus Argentina.
Unbelievable. I mean, I told you at the start, Croatia were going to be a threat, and you laughed at me.
No, I agreed. Croatia have a very good squad.
You didn't think that this would happen, though. Let's be honest.
I didn't think they'll beat Argentina 3-0. No way.
I mean,
who would have thought that at the start?
they've done fantastic.
Luka Modric is an absolute
He
beast.
is we just spoke about Ronaldo being a leader. He has got to be as well up there at the moment because he's just killing it for his country. He's doing a great job.
Definitely,
and I think that if you're a Croatian fan out there, get ready because the next 2 weeks are going to be massive, believe me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it all kicks off against Denmark.
They got
game.
Denmark, very winnable.
Yeah.
So straight to the quarters for me. I don't care what anyone says.
I agree. I reckon Denmark haven't shown much.
But Croatia are a threat in terms of winning this World Cup. Believe me when I tell you this.
All right, so let's move on to Australia-Peru.
Oh, no.
Massive disappointment there.
Unreal. I can't believe this.
I don't understand how you can't score a goal from open play in the tournament and only score from 2 penalty kicks.
Well, you know what? In all honesty, the main people at fault in this whole World Cup is not the players, it's not the coach, it's the FFA. Because they sabotaged Ange Postecoglou through media outlets. They made him look like he was rubbish. He got you to this World Cup, and I understand why he left. And I'm on his side. I don't care what anyone says. And if anyone after this episode wants to message us, please do. It'll be great. But my opinion on it is that the FFA have stuffed up. They've given the job to Bert van Marwijk. They've given him whatever money he wanted. He doesn't care about the long-term future benefit of our country playing the World Cup. He does not care. And if he did, he would have played Arzani up front and started him. He would have played Cahill up front and started him. They didn't even try. They had chances. They couldn't put them away. It's all gone wrong.
Cahill should have came on in that Denmark game, which we should have won.
Yes.
I think it would have been a different story in the Peru game. If he came on and scored, I think Bert would have
100%.
started him instead of Juric. But, we got the chance to sit down with Ivan Franjic this week, and this is how our interview went.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's special guest has won the 2015 AFC Championship with the Socceroos. He is a multiple A-League winner with the Brisbane Roar and his Perth Glory's newest signing. Welcome, please, Mr. Ivan Franjic.
How you going, Ivan?
How are you guys?
Yeah, great to have you on, mate. You're our second guest. It's a pleasure to speak to you.
Absolute pleasure.
Not a problem.
So let's get stuck into it. Ivan, when did you know that you wanted to become a professional football player?
I was at a young age, my dad always was involved around football, so, your dad was your idol growing up, so when I saw him doing it, it was something I wanted to do, and I always used to carry a ball under my arm and have a kick around.
Yeah,
oh, nice. Do you have any advice for any, youngsters now wanting to become football players?
Yeah.
Like, what does it take to become, to reach the elite level?
Obviously, you need to train hard, and obviously people have talent, but talent isn't enough. It's hard work and desire.
Put in the hours.
Yeah, you have to put in the hours. You can't hide when you're not training. You always get found out.
Definitely. So, congratulations on your transfer to Perth Glory. What do you expect for the upcoming season? Do you see another A-League title?
Obviously, Popper's a winning coach, and obviously you've seen the players he's brought around. Spranovic, Santalap, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come. And these guys are winners, and they've been there in one thing, so they're important players to have around the team. And with the first few signings, he's definitely set out what he wants to do.
That's it, and big signing of Ivan Franjic as well.
That's it, mate. The big signing of Ivan Franjic.
Are you going to be playing right back or on the wing?
I'm not sure. Obviously I haven't played many games on the wing, but that's up to the coach. Wherever he thinks I'm best suited for the team, I'll play.
That's good. How did they compare to Brisbane Roar? Do living in Perth now?
Yeah, obviously, it's Perth. It's very similar to Brisbane. It's more relaxed compared to Melbourne and Sydney. like the people here. But at the end of the day, it's a new challenge, and it's what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome.
Moving on from that, look, Ivan, we know you've been watching the World Cup. How do you think the Socceroos went, mate?
Yeah, no, we did coming in on late notice. Like obviously coach changed at the last minute, and this and that. I thought the boys did very well. And like we're just a bit unlucky in a couple games.
Yeah, very unlucky.
Yeah, hugely unlucky.
Yeah.
Especially the VAR decisions that went against us. But what can you do?
No, exactly. We had some go against us, but some for us. But at the end of the day, it shows why these other countries have big players in the big moments. They put their chances away when it counts.
Yeah, definitely. I'm 100% with you there, Ivan. Definitely.
So you were successful with Australia, in 2015 winning the championship. Would you say Ange would have done a better job than Bert in the World Cup?
I don't know. Every coach is different. Ange has one philosophy and Bert always has another philosophy. And obviously we saw Bert philosophies and we've seen Ange's. And, you just don't know. Football's a funny game. It's sometimes a game of inches. If Australia progressed, everyone would have been talking differently.
Do you feel like you made the right calls,
Yeah.
During the World Cup, Bert? Like not bring Cahill on against Denmark, which I think was a big, mistake?
Obviously, at the end of the day, the coach is there working with the players inside out. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So he's obviously he's a very experienced coach, and he's did what he thought was the best for the squad. No way he would sacrifice any player for the squad.
Yeah. And look, also just on the Socceroos, look, with Graham Arnold coming in, do you think he's the right man for the Socceroos in the future? And are you excited to potentially work with him?
Oh, look, at the end of the day, he's an Australian coach, and that's, what everyone's wanted. So, and he's had successful years the last couple of years and with the Mariners. So, obviously, he's probably the best candidate at this moment. And, it's only time will tell. But, I believe, like he'll probably take a bit of Bert's philosophy and Ange's and probably mix it together and see what works best. And then again, he's going to be the one working with the players inside the training camps.
Yeah, certainly.
Definitely. Hopefully we can go back in the AFC.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And finally, what do you think, what has been the highlight of your career? What would you say?
Obviously, like every moment I step on a pitch is a highlight. But, obviously as a kid, you dream of playing at a World Cup and, to experience. Obviously, I had that unfortunate injury early in the second half, but that's one of my moments. But everything, especially you win trophy. Not many players win trophies in their career, and I've been fortunate enough to win a fair few. So, just yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
You build good friendships over the years with special people.
Well, look, Ivan, it's been a pleasure having you on today. We really thank you for coming on the show, and we wish you all the best for the upcoming season with Perth Glory.
Best of luck, go Perth Glory.
Go Perth Glory,
Get
mate.
them over the line.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Pleasure.
So that was a big contrast in regards to what you were saying about the coaches. He feels like that, both coaches bring their own thing and they're professional. Do you agree with what Franjic was saying? Can you see his point of view?
I can see his point of view, and definitely he's a professional, and we thank him for coming on the show. However, I disagree with what he said.
Yeah.
Because I just think, had Ange had stayed, they would have done a better job. And I just want to reiterate, Nick, and listeners, that the Australian youth system at the moment is stuffed. We cannot produce anyone that can kick goals in open play.
The problem is, all these marquee signings that they're bringing to the A-League, they're all strikers.
Correct.
So then it doesn't give these young kids to develop. And
that's
it shows
right.
in our World Cup performance. We don't have a proper front man. We haven't had one for a while. Cahill's, he's still quality, but he's past it.
That's right. He's past his prime. You can't rely on him to come to the job.
We need another Cahill to come up, another Viduka.
That's right. And this is my point, right? Instead of going to get Del Piero, Shinji Ono, Thomas Broish, Dwight York, and make the A-League marketable, let's make the A-League our league. The league where we promote Australia's youth, not a league to market to the rest of the world.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We have to, develop our youth players to get that front man to help us now in 2022 in Qatar.
Yeah, and if it continues like this, there's no chance they're qualifying for 2022, believe me.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The qualification process in Asia isn't that difficult. I think we'll get through with the current players that we have, but there's no point of just getting through to make up the numbers.
That's
at the World
right.
Cup.
That's right.
We need to, we've made it out of the group before.
We need to do it again.
We need to get through the round of 16. You know what I mean? We can't accept I'm gutted watching them, go
Oh, me
2-0
too.
down in a game that they had to win. They knew they had to win.
And they had
Doesn't matter what
chances
happened
and
in
didn't
the
put them
France
away.
game. Like, they were a bit unlucky. You know, the VAR system, don't even get me started on that. You know, there are excuses, but when it boils down to it, they weren't good enough. Not at all. And I think Bert wasn't the right coach. His decisions were questionable, not bringing Cahill on. Yeah, so I'm still a bit angry about that. But
Yeah, I know. Of course.
Yeah, so it's sad to see the Aussies go out. But, you know, we move on.
VAR. I mean, what an absolute disgrace this has become.
It is. Well, they're reviewing the process of the VAR, and
Really?
they said that they're going to give their final decision if anything will change, if it'll be dropped, or if they'll, you know, I think they need to refine the process.
100%.
You know, they said they'll give it to the end of the group games, and on Friday make a public statement. So they're reviewing it now.
About time. After it's costed how many goals and teams.
Especially Australia, I can't
and
believe
it's costed
it.
us
We've
as well.
copped it twice, 2 goals.
100%.
Which would have made a big difference. You know, it would have been a 1-1 draw maybe.
Yeah.
Against.
However, in hindsight, we didn't deserve to go through.
Anyway, yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Got to stop thinking
Let's
about
stop
that.
ranting about Australia.
But VAR, I liked it. I don't like it. I don't really know. Actually, I don't.
I'm going back off my decision. I said that I did like it. I do not like it at all because players are just throwing themselves to the ground now. And whenever you
it's
slow
good
something
because
down,
things don't get missed.
but at the same
they
time,
need to stream like the thing that really annoys me in the Australia-Peru game, how that first goal was not a goal. It was offside. And why did they not review it? It was like an inch in it. You know?
But this is the thing about it.
They've told the refs, if it's an inch in it, don't put your flag up. We're going to review it. So maybe that's why the sideline ref didn't put his flag up. How do you know?
You know what I reckon? This is what
Tell
I
me.
think. I think that we all fell in love with the game, with how it was. We didn't care about time wasting. We didn't care about
True.
questionable penalties. Let's just go back to what we know. Let's scrap this whole thing. It's a joke.
I don't think you're right in that sense. I think we should keep it just because it does help us, you know, get rid of those defenders, you know, handballing and holding other players down. It lets attackers attack the ball, you know, and if you're a defender, you know what I mean, you got to be better than the attacker and you got to jump and header it away or get the ball away without cheating because, you know, if you're holding someone's arm or pulling someone's shirt,
Look, it might be all
that's
right in that
cheating.
sense. It might be all right in that sense. However, players are going down too easily. This has become now
Well,
a massive
they
issue.
should review it in slow-mo and in normal speed to get a sense of...
Everything needs to be
Yeah.
reviewed in normal speed, not
Yeah.
in slow motion, because
in
the
slow-mo as
decision
well
is
to
made
see if there's actual contact
in game time.
but then to see the force of the contact, you know, because you can't tell that in slow-mo if there's
But this is my
sufficient
point.
force.
If you're going to slow everything down, then of
Yeah.
course they're going to be penalties because it's in slow-mo. You don't know the severity of the touch, the
Yeah.
hit, the kick, whatever it is.
Well, that's why they've got to review it in slow-mo.
I disagree.
And in
I think
normal
it's gotta
speed,
go. It's
because
gotta go.
slow-mo shows whether there's been contact,
No.
and the normal speed shows the severity,
Scrap it.
like the severity of it.
No,
you know,
I
if
disagree.
he's actually hacked him or he's, you know, tapped him and he's fallen over.
But they can only make the decision based on those points, and to me, they're invalid. I don't care. It's got to go.
Yeah.
So, Nick, what do you got for me?
Some AS Roma transfer news.
Oh, I know what's coming.
What do you think of the deal? Pastore into Roma, 9 goal and gone to Inter.
When I first heard about it, my heart sank out of my you-know-what because I couldn't believe it. To me, he was one of my favourite players.
Yeah. Well, you still got a quality player in.
Look, he's decent.
Maybe not at the level of 9 goal,
I
but
don't think he's at the level of 9 Golan. I think
he'll be good for Roma, though, in the midfield. I think he can, you know, be the general and play, you know,
I
lead
don't
the
know.
game.
All I know is one thing.
Put some balls
I
through to
cannot
Zeko.
believe they sold 9 Golan to Inter Milan. Why couldn't they
Yeah.
give him to an EPL team? I think it's a silly move.
Yeah, definitely. Well, selling to your rival. You guys got 2 players in that exchange, though, so that was good.
Yeah, whether they come good, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see.
And that's all we have for you guys this week. What a massive week it's been, Stefan.
Yeah, unbelievable. I can't believe Germany's out of the
Still
World
can't
Cup.
believe that
Still
as
can't
well.
believe it. We also will have the game of the week for next week will be Argentina and France. An
what a
absolute
game.
cracker.
I cannot wait.
Can't wait. Yeah, that's going to be the game of the tournament
It's
so
going to be
far.
epic. Also, we're going to have our coach killer of next week. Who will it be?
Yes. Who knows? I mean, good week coming up.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on Insta and Facebook. Also, you know, check out our SoundCloud, our Coach Killers podcast, and also on YouTube, our Coach Killers podcast. You'll find the link in our bio. Go check it out. And just finally, my co-host here, Stefan, is doing something very special. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Yeah, well, I'm running for Ovarian Cancer Australia in the Melbourne Run on July the 29th. It's only myself and about 6 others at the moment that are running for ovarian cancer, so it's a very important matter.
Yeah, definitely. It affects a lot of young women as well. So
Definitely.
if you have a mum or a sister, I suggest, you help donate. To
I mean,
raise
we're running for everyone.
Help raise
So,
awareness,
yeah.
Things like that. You'll find the link on our Instagram and also on Facebook.
Yes.
Give what you can.
If you can, it does. Yeah.
Help support our mate Stefan here
That's
in
it.
his
And
run. I
more
don't think you'll make
importantly-
it through, but we'll see how we go.
Well, I am training for it, but more importantly, support everyone that's going through this tough cancer, and let's find a cure
I
for
think
it.
it's absolutely great. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
So, check that out. And who knows, we might have another special guest.
Yes, wait and see. We'll see you soon, guys.
Cheers.